Do you know the movie Girl in the Basement? Well, it was based on the horrifying true story of Elizabeth Fritzl. Elizabeth was born in 1966 on the 2nd of April in Austria. Her dad was a despicable person. He had a bad reputation for breaking the law and doing things that got him in trouble with the police. He was a person of interest for many major cases but only served about a year in prison. In 1984, on the 28th of August, 18-year-old Elizabeth went missing. Her mom, Rosemary Fritzl, reported her missing to the authorities. Elizabeth's family, neighbors, and the police looked for her but couldn't find her. She had disappeared into thin air. About a month after her disappearance, Joseph, Elizabeth's father, claimed that he had received a letter from Elizabeth. The letter stated that Elizabeth had ran away from home and didn't want her parents to look for her. Joseph was a person of interest in the disappearance of Elizabeth. When he was questioned by the police, he told them that Elizabeth left her house to join a religious group. Joseph was telling nothing but lies because he was behind the disappearance of Elizabeth. He held Elizabeth against her will in the basement of his house. He had planned everything for years. He worked on his basement for years. His children and wife were forbidden from entering the basement. He lured Elizabeth to the basement by asking her to help him fix the door in the basement. He knocked her out, used some substances on her, and locked her in the basement. Out of all his 7 children, Joseph chose Elizabeth as his prisoner because he believed that she resembled his mother. He was a sick person. He also said that he kept her in the basement because she was rebellious. He also wanted to fulfill his sick desires by keeping her in the basement. Elizabeth tried to escape, but it was just impossible. It was alleged that he had planned and started working on keeping her in the basement since she was 12 years old. Some relatives and neighbors claimed that Joseph started doing bad things to his daughter when she was around 10 or 11. I fail to understand how her mom never found out that Elizabeth was in her basement for 24 years. I feel like her mom was aware of everything that was happening. Her mom would sometimes leave with her other kids, leaving young Elizabeth with her father for days, sometimes weeks. Between 1989 and 2003, Elizabeth gave birth to 7 children, and yes, Joseph was the father of all the children. Elizabeth was given books by her father when she was pregnant with her first child. The books helped her to learn about childbirth. She gave birth naturally to all her 7 children. She had no medical assistance. She had to give birth by herself. She once gave birth to twins, but one of the twins didn't make it. Joseph turned the twin that didn't make it to ashes in the basement. 3 babies were removed from the basement as infants to be raised by Joseph and Rosemary in the main house. Joseph left the baby on the front door with a letter to make it seem like Elizabeth had abandoned the baby. He did this on 3 babies because there was no space for all 6 children in the basement. The other 3 children were raised